Something moved beneath me, fast. So fast that when I looked down, I couldn't see anything at all. At first, I thought it must be a bird. My friends on the radio also said it was probably a bird. Don't worry. And honestly, at that moment, I believed them. I avoided the object instinctively and continued flying, thinking everything was normal. But later, when I watched the recorded video, I realized that this thing didn't pass me once. It passed me twice. The first time I saw it with my own eyes. The second time it was only captured on camera. And that is when everything changed. What I'm about to share with you is exactly what I saw. Exactly how it happened, without any exaggeration. This is my personal experience witnessed on November 1st, 2025. And today I'm sharing it with all of you on ZMTV. Many of you already know that in 2023, I learned paragliding and later got into paramotoring as a hobby. I never planned to show these personal adventures on my channel. But what I saw that day left me with no choice. On November 1st, 2025, 3 of my friends and I reached Ranikot Fort Road in Sindh. The plan was simple. I would fly for a while. Then we would move deeper inside the valley for stargazing, cooking, and return at night. For anyone who doesn't know, Ranikot is one of the world's largest forts, an ancient, remote area surrounded by mountains with a 32-kilometer long wall protecting its weak points. But we'll talk about this mysterious place in another video. Let's focus on what happened that evening. We set up a base on a plain area outside the valley. I took off around 4:20 p.m., about 2 hours before sunset. My favorite time to fly because the winds become calm. 20 minutes later, I climbed toward the Ranikot wall, staying in contact with my friends through radio communication. There are no cell signals in this region, so radio is our lifeline, and I record all communications along with my flight video. On this flight, I had a GoPro Hero 12 mounted on my helmet and an Insta360 attached to my harness. After flying over the ancient wall and exploring the structure from a close distance, I decided to enter the valley. Normally, I avoid this area because of unpredictable turbulence, but the winds looked calm and safe. Inside the valley, I climbed to about 1,400 feet to stay above the danger zone. I headed toward Ranikot Fort, a smaller fort inside Ranikot. And then it happened. Something just passed under me, I said on the radio. I turned instantly to look. Nothing. Just empty space beneath me. My first fear was not a UFO. It was a drone. A drone can be deadly for a paraglider. My friend said, we don't see anything. Must be a bird. And I agreed. At that moment, I let it go. After changing wind directions, I canceled my plan to land inside the valley and return to our base. Later that night, I decided to carefully inspect the video. At first, I found nothing unusual. But when I zoomed in near my legs and slowed the footage to 80%, I saw it. A white object moving extremely fast. Slowing it down further revealed something shocking. My GoPro was recording at 5K 30 FPS. That means one frame equals 0.033 seconds. And between 2 frames, just 0.033 seconds. This object traveled around 120 meters. That equals 3,600 meters per second. That's 3.6 kilometers 1 second. Nearly 10.5 times faster than the speed of sound. No bird. No drone. No known aircraft can move like that, especially at such a low altitude. I analyzed it again from a second angle. I tracked the object frame by frame and traced it back to the western mountain over 3 kilometers away. It covered this distance in 0.53 seconds. Again, the speed matched, around 3,700 ms. Then came the most surprising part. A second encounter. A few seconds after the first sighting, while I was talking to my friends, something shot past me again. This time it was much closer. So close that the camera only picked a white streak. And I didn't see it with my own eyes at all. Why? Because to see an object moving at that speed, the human eye would need 450 frames per second vision. We can only see 30-60 FPS. It left no sound, no disturbance in air, no turbulence in my glider, no sonic boom, nothing. Objects moving at that speed should break the sound barrier violently. But this thing did not follow the laws of physics. Later, I discovered 2 other videos, one from Utah 2016, and one from England, and both showing similar, fast-moving white streaks. Even Pentagon's Aero reports mentioned 21 unexplained sightings between 2024 with similar movement. The first time this type of object was reported was in 2004, known as the Tic Tac UFO. Today, I just want to share my experience openly as it happened. Whatever this object was, it had extraordinary capabilities. Whether you call it a UFO or a UAP, one thing is clear. It was not my imagination. It was real and it was recorded.